Hi, O'Brien Lyons, and welcome to a most unusual year of library learning. Today, I want to show you how to put a book on hold, even if you're doing it from home. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is to go onto a browser and to get to the O'Brien STEM Academy homepage. To do that, you can type in washoschools.net/O'Brien, and that should bring up a screen that looks like this. Okay, now down toward the bottom of your screen, you can see where it says O'Brien Library. You're going to click on that link. With any luck, it'll bring you straight to the O'Brien Library page. Okay, on this library page, you're going to log into Destiny. Okay, in the upper right-hand corner, can you see where it says log in? Go ahead and click on that. Okay, mine has all kinds of fancy stuff already on there. For your username, you're going to type in your 7-digit student ID number. Your password on this one is going to be your last name. Okay, you're lucky this time if your last name is something simple like Smith or Garcia. Some of us have more complicated last names. You're going to want to check and see what Infinite Campus has for you because that's what needs to go on there. So if you have 2 last names on Infinite Campus, put it in the same exact way. If it has a space on Infinite Campus, put the space. If it has a little dash, put the little dash. Okay. However Infinite Campus knows you is how Destiny knows you. They talk to each other. Okay. Once you have that in there, go ahead and click Login. Okay. Now you can see up here by where it says log out, it should have your name up there. I don't get a cool name, I just get admin. Okay. The top of your page with the blue bar, you're not going to have as many things, as many choices on there. Okay. So you're going to click on catalog. You should have that. Okay. You can search for books right here from this page. Okay. But I'm going to show you kind of a more colorful page to work from. If you go over to Destiny Discover, you'll find some neat things. That looks better, right? Okay, so the first thing I want to point out on the Destiny Discover page is all the new books. The newest books, the very most current ones that I have put in the system come under recently added books. I think it books 12 or 15. Okay, so go ahead and look through those. Okay, I tried to get a nice mix of fiction and nonfiction. And those Kobe Bryant books were hard to come by this year. So hopefully somebody out there is going to appreciate that fast. Okay. Popular titles, this keeps changing all the time. Okay. So under popular titles, it's going to be what's the most popular this year. Okay. So we have had very few books checked out this year. So this page, this little column is going to change rapidly. Okay. Mostly we've been working on checking out computers and making sure that everybody's in the right classes and knows where to go. So now we can get down to the fun part of getting books that we like. Okay. So even from right here, let's say I want to check out this book, Abduction. I can click on this book. Okay. 13-year-old Bonnie has a feeling of foreboding on the very day that her 6-year-old brother Matt and their dog Pookie are abducted. They took the dog? Rude. And she becomes involved in a major search effort as well as a frightening adventure. Okay, I don't know about you. I think that sounds pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look and see how many. Oh, it's 215 pages. I think I can handle that. Our checkout period this year is 3 weeks. So you kind of want to be thinking about finishing a book in every 3 weeks, maybe a month. Okay, because I can renew it for you if you need me to. Reading level, don't worry if that says a little bit below where you are, a grade level or 2 below where you are, no big deal, okay? That's where most everybody reads. So if you think this book sounds good and you're sure you want to read it, you go ahead and click hold, okay? And then that book gets delivered to your classroom if you're an on-campus student, or it gets checked out and put in a little bag for you and taken down to the office if you are a full-time distance learner. Okay, So if you have a book for you waiting in the office because you're a full-time distance learner, all you have to do is come in as far as the front reception desk where Miss Rita sits, and it doesn't have to be you, it could be your parent, and I'll have the book all in a plastic bag for you, and it'll be ready to roll. It'll have your name on it. It'll be a super fast transaction. Okay, so let's say this book is maybe, I'm not sure, because it's hard to take books off hold once you have them on hold, so you want to be sure. So do your looking around, okay? So I'm going to close that one out, okay? Let's say I don't know what I want to read, okay? Maybe I want to read a romance. That might be fun. I never read that. Okay, so I could click on romance and I can look through all the romance books. What? Marie Lu is a romance book? Who knew? Oh, The Fault in Our Stars, so popular. And you can even come over here and change things by Lexile. That has to do with reading level. Okay. Interest level, we have a wide range of student ages here. So if your parents, let's say you're a 6th or 7th grader and your parents don't really want you reading something made for, 8th and 9th graders, you can slide this little section over here. You want a romance, but you don't want it to be like a kissy book, okay? So maybe I want a romance that's appropriate for 6th and 7th grade only, okay? So then I'm going to click done and let's see if there's anything left. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, we do have some books. Okay, and these are books that parents should probably approve of. They're not listed as young adult books. And I want your parents to have the last word on that. I am not the censor. That is your parents' responsibility. Okay, so you check with them if you're about, make sure they know what you're reading. Okay, so let's say I'm not at all sure that this whole romance thing is going to work out for me. I am going to go back. Find my search. Ooh. There we go. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you on this page, in addition to those categories, is Destiny Collections. Some of you who went to school here last year know that we made Destiny Collections, and you already looked for books that you thought you would like reading, and this might be a very good place for you to start, okay? Because you might already have a reading list that you created. If you don't, here's a reading list that I created. Okay, these are all the things that I read last year. Most of them were from our library, but some of them were not. Okay, so you can go ahead and filter through all the books that I read. I tried to go through a wide range. There were some really cool things. You can click on those. If they're books we have in the library, oh my goodness, I loved Louisiana's Way Home. That was one of my personal favorites last year. Okay, and we do have it in the library. So you could click on the book to hold it right there. Okay. Okay, once in a while when you're working in Destiny, it's going to kick you out. Okay, and that's just what it did for me right now. Okay, so I am going to log in to Destiny again so that it knows what to do. Okay, so those are some features for how you can find a book. Another one is if you already know what you want. I've tried to put things all the way around the library that would give you some great ideas. So some of the books I read this summer, one was The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. Okay, I'm not typing in that whole thing. Okay, but I am going to type in the search bar, Coyote Sunrise. And there it is, The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. Okay. And I'm going to do my search here, and I can put it on hold from here. I really loved this book. It was a great adventure, and it was heartwarming, and it was happy, and it was sad, and it was all the things you want in a book. And it was a book about a road trip, and at the time that I read it, I was on a road trip, so that kind of made it fun. Okay, another book that I read this summer is called Orbiting Jupiter. Now, Orbiting Jupiter is about a boy who's kind of lost his way in the world, but somewhere along the way, he's managed to become a father, okay? But he has not been able to be in contact with the child. So it's about a family who's providing him some support and helping him get in touch with that daughter. Okay, so it's a really, really sweet story because he still had some growing up to do. So Gary Schmidt's an amazing author, and if you have a chance to read books by him, I recommend it. So I could put that book on hold too. Now, if you're an on-campus learner, I'm going to be delivering those books probably to your advisory class because that's going to be a good touchstone for you. You're in that class every day that you're on campus. Okay, so I'm going to try to deliver books that way. And again, if you're an off-campus learner, we've made those arrangements for you to have your books waiting for you downstairs. And I would send you an email once I had that book checked out to you that you had a book waiting downstairs. So you're going to want to wait for that email if you're a full-time distance learner. Other than that, I wish you good luck in your finding books this year, and please let me know if there's anything I can do to help that. Awesome. Thanks, guys.